Mr. Stroll, again, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, we are ready, Your Honor.
And Mr. Guy or Ms. Wolfson, Ms. Corey, whoever?
Yes,
Y'all
yes,
ready?
sir.
Okay. All right, then we'll bring the jurors back in.
Jurors entering the courtroom.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you for, you can have a seat. Thank you for indulging us on a little bit longer lunch hour than normal, but we are now ready to proceed. So, Mr. Stroll.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defense would call Randy Berry,
All
B-E-R-R-Y.
right, Randy Berry, please.
Should be right. See in that little room? She just went outside. I think the bailiff went outside, but he's in my room, Judge.
Oh,
I was
he's
trying
in
to
the
catch
little
her-
room to the left.
I was trying to catch her before she went out. They got him. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Come on up to the front, Mr. Berry. If you just come all the way up to the front, and when you get here, raise your right hand. The clerk is going to administer the oath to you.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
All right, sir, if you'll come right around this way for us, the bailiff will show you where to sit. And once you're comfortable, you can adjust that microphone as you need. If you can just be sure and speak directly into it, keep your voice up loudly so everyone can hear you, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Stroller.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Berry. How are you?
I'm doing fine, sir.
Could you please introduce yourself to the jury and then spell your last name for the court reporter?
My name is Randy Warren Berry, B-E-R-R-Y.
Okay. And how do you know Michael Dunn?
I know Michael Dunn. First off, I taught him how to fly airplanes, and we do a lot of inner workings in the aviation community.
Okay. Do you live in that community?
Yes, sir, I do.
Does Mr. Dunn's family live in that community?
Yes, he does.
Is that how you met Mr. Dunn?
Yes.
And when was that?
Oh, around 2000, I believe.
Okay. And how would you characterize your friendship with Michael Dunn and his family?
Very good friends.
Right. And again, you were the flight instructor for Mr. Dunn?
Yes, I was.
How long ago was that?
Probably about 8 years, 8, 9 years, I believe.
You've seen Mr. Dunn in a stressful situation flying planes?
Actually, I taught him aerobatics, so I've seen him in some pretty darn stressful situations.
Okay. And could you tell the jury, describe this community, describe this Aero Club for them, kind of give them a feel of what it's like, how many people are there?
Well, our community consists of 68 homes, 68 families that share a runway, similar to like a golf cart community would live around the community. And we do a lot of interaction with each other, and one of the neat things we do on weekends is get together and fly to breakfast and go to certain places like someone would do with a group of motorcyclists or something.
And did that also include my client, Michael Dunn?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, Michael Dunn didn't live physically there, correct?
Correct, his father did.
Okay. And that's how you met Michael Dunn?
Yes, it is.
And how often would Michael actually fly with you guys and be in that community?
We'd look for him every weekend usually.
Okay. And would there come a time too, like even during the week or nights or holidays, families would
Oh,
still get
certainly,
together?
events, 4th of July, and many, many other things, social events.
Okay. And Michael Dunn, even though he didn't live there, was still part of that community because of the family setting?
Absolutely.
And is that community a tight-knit community?
I would say so.
And do you have a tight-knit group?
Yes,
Okay. Would you go to each other's house for holidays, things like that?
sure.
Now, with Michael Dunn and obviously knowing his father, do you or have you had the ability to know the reputation of Mr. Dunn for his peacefulness?
I've always thought he was a gentleman.
Have you ever seen or been around it or heard anything contrary to that in this community?
No, sir.
Now, with that also being said, did there come a time where you actually heard when he was arrested
Yes,
about this case?
yes. Actually, I think it was over on newsreel or something. I think I was out of town at the time.
Okay. And did the families discuss that?
Not at that time.
I meant when you guys got together in the community. Was it talked about even with his family living there?
You're talking about the case, or what are you talking about? I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand.
That's okay, I apologize. Let me rephrase it. Did there come a time when you learned about when he was arrested in this case?
Yes,
Okay. And that was through the community itself as well?
mostly yes.
Okay. And that would include his mother and father?
Oh, well, yes.
Okay. And was that out of the, obviously, only thing you've ever heard about anything other than him being peaceful was this event?
Yes.
Okay. Judge, I don't have any further questions.
May I?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you were close to Mr. Dunn's parents, is that correct?
That's correct.
But you weren't close to Mr. Dunn himself, were you?
Yes, I was. I consider my friend.
Did you socialize with him outside of the air community?
Usually not.
Did you go to parties with Mr. Dunn's friends?
Not with Mr. Dunn's friends, mostly in the
Did you attend
community.
his son's wedding here
Your
in
Honor,
Jackson?
I just only object if Ms. Corey can let him finish the answer, sir.
Yeah, let's just be sure and let everybody finish before we move on. So try not to speak over one another.
Yes, sir. Did you attend his son's wedding here in Jacksonville, Florida in November of 2012?
No, ma'am.
Do you know anything about the events of that evening?
No, I do not,
Do you
other
have
than, basically what I've seen on the public television.
And you don't know anything about the circumstances under which this man shot Jordan Davis, do you?
I know nothing about that, no, ma'am.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything further?
Just brief redirect. Have you had a chance also in this community, do you go outside this community socializing at a club where they do skeet and things like that?
Oh, yes, we go to air shows and, social events in the state.
Okay. And also, I believe you're also part of a trap shooting club, is that correct?
Yes, called Quail Creek.
Okay, and that would include Michael Dunn himself?
Yes, mostly sporting clays.
Okay. So when Ms. Corey said you don't socialize outside of the Aero Club, you actually do?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Nothing further, Judge.
Anything further?
No, sir.
May he be excused, Mr. Stroller?
So excused, Judge, yes.
And Ms. Corey?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. You're excused.